I don't know what that was. It sort of, I think OBS kind of reset itself. I remember that used to happen every now and then. OBS would have like a hiccup, and that's what would happen. But okay, so Vetter's here. What's up, Vetter? And I saw Matt. So, all right. So if you guys remember, if you've been around for a while, at one point Matt actually became a like $50 a month sponsor, which is completely ridiculous. Thank you guys. Yes, it does. It's skipping for me, but hopefully, it's not skipping for you guys. I'm on Wi-Fi with my laptop, but my computer's hired in with the landline. But so hopefully that's just the skipping for me on my laptop. Thank you guys. I'm glad. I'm so happy to be back. Anyway, so when you pledge $50 a month, you get or unlock a perk of like a custom. I think it was a poster. And Matt has been so patient waiting for this poster for like forever. And I could not think of anything to do. I honestly, I didn't think anybody would ever sponsor that height. And so I've just been thinking about it. Finally, the other day, I was like, you know what? Why don't I just paint something? Because that's something I like to do. And there's so much that I could paint. And so, like, I texted Matt and I was like, hey, what do you think about this idea? And he's like, oh yeah, I love it. And then I asked him, like, well, can I stream it for, like, my return stream? And he's like, yeah, see, like, especially Sunday, because Sunday would be really special since it's my birthday. So happy birthday to you, Matt. I'm glad we get to be here for your birthday, and we're going to be painting you a painting. But yeah, so we're back. My eyes are taking on the color of my shirt. They do that for blue and green. My eyes do that. I've got a window right here, as you can see. The sun is setting. I don't know what it's going to do, but it's hopefully will stay out of my eyes. So we're going to be doing a black canvas painting, which I've already put some liquid clear on. For those of you that don't know, I'm going to be doing the wet on wet technique, which is it's Bob Ross's technique. So your canvas is wet and it helps the paints and stuff slide around. So I put black gesso on it. I did 2 layers of black gesso a few hours ago, so that dried. And then I went back with the liquid clear. It's what I was just working on. I think I've got it mostly all the way covered. We'll find out when I'm in there. It might help. Well, if I've got spots that I've missed, then the paint won't slide as well, but it should be fine. Congratulations on the move. Hope it went well. I did. It went pretty good. I love my new house. I really, really do. It still has work. The biggest problem is that, like, so after ripping up the carpet, the hardwood floor is bad. Like, I mean, there's like spots where it's water damage. There's spots where the boards have warped and there's gaps in them. So now I just have like this horrible hardwood floor, in my house. And like, I'm a little embarrassed to have people over yet. I haven't had my parents over yet. The only people that seen it is like my brother, but I don't know if I mentioned this. He's next door. Like, I didn't do this on purpose, but I definitely bought the house next door to my brother's. So there's that. But yeah, so I haven't really had anybody over because of that. But there's nothing I can do because I don't have in my budget to fix the floors. I had 2 people come over and give me estimates. It's like $3,000 just for the first level of the house, and that's like the living room, the dining room, the guest bedroom. I'm not going to do this room, which is on the first floor. I just left the carpet. I mean, this is my studio. Nobody else is going to be coming in here. Becky, what's up? How are you doing? Hope you're doing great. If you guys don't know Becky, she's an awesome streamer. Sorry I haven't been around a lot. I moved, so like the last month I haven't been doing anything but moving, and I started a new job, so I've been there. But yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I'm kind of new here. Who is this Ducky Lady Ever Fury? What's up? All right, so I guess let's get started. I didn't have as much time as I wanted to sort of set up, so I haven't poured out my paints and stuff, but that's all right. We're just gonna like kind of chill and talk. I picked out what I'm going to be painting. So I'm actually going to be painting a Bob Ross painting. So I watched it a few times. So it's from season 6, episode 7, called Arctic Beauty. I thought it was really pretty, and I thought it would be nice to do for mass. So that's what we're going to be doing. So if you guys don't want to be surprised about what we're doing, you can Google it if you wanted to, and see what we're doing. So I've got to get my paints laid out. So all I've had time to do, like I said, I've got 2 layers of black gesso on here, and then I also covered it with some liquid clear to help the paint slide around. I really do, and I appreciate you guys. This lid's on here really tight. I appreciate you guys like waiting for me. I always felt so bad. Like I had this huge break when I was moving out of my house into my parents because I had to like go stay with them for a while. So I had a huge break right there. And then I came back. I was streaming at their house. I came back for I don't know, like a month. I think at least a month. I was streaming like really, really heavy, and then I couldn't anymore because I had to pack up and move here. So, all right. So I'm just laying out my colors. I needed titanium white, phthalo green, phthalo blue. I've got my canvas sitting down here. Normally I have like a canvas like on my arm, but I don't have a lot of space, and I'm worried about making a mess because I'm not in my garage. I am just hanging out here. So I'm just gonna keep my canvas here on the on my little table I've got set up, and I'm getting all my colors. Okay, so burnt umber. Where is that? It's right here. I hope you guys have all been well. Like, tell me about what you've been up to since I've been gone. Van Dyke Brown. Thank you for the host. I really appreciate that. Jumping for joy. Oh man. I'm happy that you guys miss me so much. It makes me feel good. Okay. Alizarin Crimson. We're gonna need a lot of that. There's a lot of like purple in this painting. And purple is made with the alizarin crimson and phthalo blue mixed together. Blue and red make purple. More family time. Yeah, well, it's funny. I tease my brother that I've basically like stolen his life now. So I bought the house next door. I also work where he works. He like got me a job there. I used his realtor to get me this house. So I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm basically stealing your whole life. Okay, where am I at? Alizarin Crimson, sap green. It was just funny, like, oh, gosh, I looked at so many houses before I was able to get this one. I had another house, if you guys remember, that I had put an offer in, and my offer was accepted, and like it was smaller than this house, and it had some issues in the basement. But other than that, I mean, the house was really nice. It was still in the same neighborhood that I like. But then we ended up, like, it ended up not working because the people that bought my house backed out, and I couldn't qualify for the loan on the new house with the other house not under contract anymore. So I lost that house. I was really sad about that. Then I put in an offer for like another house, and they didn't accept it. And the day this came on the market, I was actually staying with my brother. I was visiting him for the weekend, so I was staying overnight, and he's like, their house just came on the market. They're having an open house right now. Why don't you go over there and check it out? And I was really, like, skeptic at first because I didn't want to, like, move in next door to my brother. But I was like, all right, okay, I'll go check it out. So I walked over there. I checked out the house, and, like, I just fell in love with it. It was gorgeous. And so I called my realtor, and I was like, hey, yeah, I want this house. I need you to come over here. She came over right away. Then put an offer in on the house. I think they accepted it partly because like my brother's their neighbor and they already knew him. But like I also did that thing where like I wrote them what's called like a love letter, where you like, I don't know, just like kind of introduce yourself and talk about the house and what you like about it. Sort of like makes you stand out a bit from other people that, you know, might not have written them a letter. But anyway, so they accepted the offer. Now it's mine. Now I live here. Nick, what's up? And Anessa's here. It could be a blessing to live close to your brother in the end. It's been really nice. Like, anytime I needed something to, like, to fix up the house or whatever, that I haven't had unpacked yet. I can just go over there and ask him for it. And we've been like carpooling together, which is really nice. So we like switch the driver every week. So like last week I drove and this week he'll drive. So there's definitely some benefits, and it's not crazy. It's not like we're like just walking into each other's houses all the time or seeing each other all the time. Like, it's not as like ridiculous as what you would think it would be. It is pretty nice. A love letter, yes. We're gonna take over the neighborhood. Okay, I think one more color. Okay, then I'll have like all my colors out. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to kind of cover everything in a purpley color. So I'm going to be mixing up here some alizarin crimson and phthalo blue. And then just covering basically the whole canvas with this purple color. You're not going to be able to really see it just because it's dark. But as I go to paint on it, like with other colors, it'll really shine through and show up, and it'll be really pretty. So this might take a little while. I wanted to get this done before we started too, but I ran out of time. So I'm just gonna get that first coating on here. Now in Bob's video, he doesn't actually cover it with liquid clear like I did. He just goes straight for the purple. But adding the clear means I can use less purple because it'll really like just slide around and cover it. Man, it really goes fast too. I already need to make more. I don't put like a whole bunch of paint out because it's expensive. So I usually just do like a little dollop, and then when I need more, I'll get more. Oh, somebody must have donated. I see you guys all doing pizzas. That's so awesome. I'm sorry I missed it, but I will go over everything at the end. Just because of how everything's set up, obviously I can't hear any notifications. I don't have any way to hear the sounds that are coming in, and I'm watching this all off of my little laptop, so I don't have like my other monitors with like Streamlabs and stuff on. But it looks like it was Matt, so thank you so much, Matt. What I'm gonna do is after we're done with the painting, I'm gonna sit down. I'll flip the webcam around. So how I'm doing it is I've got my easel and stuff set up over here, and then my normal studio is over this way. I actually can show you guys. So like this is my normal studio where I'll be recording from out over here. My green screen and my monitors and stuff. All my games and movies are back there. But yeah, so when we're done with the painting, let me get this back how I want it. Not too high. Well, so when we're done with the painting, I'll flip this back around, and then we're gonna have like, I'll go back over all that stuff, I can't get the webcam back where it needs to go now. I'm sorry if I'm making you guys dizzy. I shouldn't have touched it. I had it perfect. I shouldn't have touched it. That's what I get for messing with stuff, right? It's a little bit more this way. And Marlon's here. What's up, Marlon? Behind the scenes tour, yes. So then we'll go over all that, because I don't want you guys to think that I'm going to forget about it, obviously, since I can't really pay attention. I also, I cut out all these cute little duckies. There's, like, a bunch of different kinds and backgrounds and colors, and clovers and stuff. And so you guys are going to get your names on those. And I'm working on a background. And so when you guys tip, it's going to, I mean, other streamers do this too, but you're going to get your name written on one of these, and it's going to go up on the background and stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm still working on the background, but I got those picked out. So after the stream, we're going to go through, I'm going to get everybody on a clover. That should be on a clover. Alright, let's just get this purple color everywhere. I think I've got it. almost covered all the way. It's just kind of like a very light coloring, but it does need to go everywhere because there's going to be there's going to be like water down here in the sky and stuff, and so you definitely want this purple color to get picked up everywhere else you're painting. I think I've got it mostly covered. I'm just going to test. Yeah, it's definitely coming up. And so that's called the finger test. So that's how you know your paint's not too thick, is that you can actually still see your fingerprint through the paint. If it's like globbed on there, then you've got too much. And that's just how you get like a nice background color here. The background is going to be a little pond of where I stick those duckies and stuff. It is. It's going to be what I call the duck pond. So when you get your name on one of those, it'll go into the duck pond and you'll get to hang out. Where's my water's sitting over here. You guys know me. I gotta have my water. And Andy's here. What's up, Andy? I'm so glad I remember everyone's names. Hopefully it hasn't been that long. Okay, so I'm gonna be referencing my phone. I've got the picture on my phone so that I don't forget where I'm gonna pick off right. I'm actually gonna clean this brush. The sun is like right in my face. I'm gonna clean this brush off because I'm gonna use it again. I don't have multiple brushes of like the same kind, which is like what Bob will do. He'll have like 2 or 3 of the same brush. I don't, because these brushes are expensive. So what I'm doing is I've got like a little paint can over here with a paint thinner in it. So I'm using that to clean my brush out. And then I've got a little trash can over here where I can like wring it out and get it dry. Because I definitely want this dry. You want to get all the paint thinner out. Otherwise it'll mess it up when you're painting if there's still paint thinner in there. And thank you guys so much for coming back. Like, I mean, I've been back for a while, or I mean, I've been gone for a while, but you guys all came and showed up. That's so awesome. I really, really appreciate all the support so much. I can't even tell you how much. Okay, so I'm going to go, actually I'm going to use a smaller brush. So this is a big 2-inch brush, but I'm going to switch over to the 1-inch brush to do this. And so I'm just going to get some whites, and we're going to make like a light source. I wish I had put up a curtain. I don't have curtains in here, so there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to start about here and just kind of go out. And you can see that like the white is kind of picking up that purple that's under it. Well, hopefully you can see it. Yeah, you can. And I'm just going to keep going out from there. I don't want to go like back towards the center really, because it's just going to bring in all that dark color. Because as I'm painting, I'm also picking up all that dark color behind it. That's so cool. I love it. Thanks. I thought this one was a really good one to do. So I'm just like using a paper towel and rubbing the paint off instead of cleaning it again and again. And then I'm going to go back into the white. And just do the same thing again. I'm going to start in this middle and then go out. And so if you're doing this, like, you would just do this like until you're just happy with, you know, how bright it is. So this is going to be our sky, if you haven't figured that part out, which I'm sure you guys have. Alright, and then I'm going to take that the 2-inch brush that we cleaned, and sort of just kind of blend this out a little bit. It looks great already. Nope, it's not. It's not a picture of that. It's a picture format. But Nick, did I say hi to you yet? Did you just hop in? Hello. Yes, Bob Ross. I'm halfway there with the hair. And it's definitely like his technique that I'm using. It's therapeutic to watch. I love watching Bob Ross videos. I'll put them on and I'll fall asleep to them. So I want it to be a little brighter out here and over here. I'm kind of trying to watch and see what you guys are seeing. I've got a glare, so I can't see too well. And it's definitely shiny for me, so. Alright, cool. So now we're going to add in some clouds. So I'm actually going to use my palette knife for that. And I'm going to use that, like, that same base purple color that we covered everything in. And just, like, add some clouds up here. These are just going to be like wispy clouds. Then I'm going to very gently sort of blend those out a little bit, very lightly. I think I want some more over here. Do the same thing and blend those out. Alright. Clean off my knife here. I need to do more streams like this. That's the plan. So there's I forget what it's called, but there is a craft store that recently opened up in like where I live here. And I found this like huge thing. I'm going to bring it out and I'm going to show you if I can get it out. I've got it all under this desk. Look at this thing. It's all canvases. It's really bright. I don't know if you can see, but it's all canvases. It's a big box of canvases. It's a 20-pack of canvases. It's so bright. It's not really showing up. But there you go. 20-pack of canvases. For like less than $40. I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to get those. There's no way I can pass up on that. There's too much. But yeah, this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And I don't know, I just thought it would be a good way to come back to it. To come back and start it off with it. I don't know how often I'll get to. Maybe like twice a month, maybe? I think that would be great. We'll just kind of see. So I'm going back now just with white. And I'm just kind of like tapping the knife on the bottom of the clouds. So, because the light source is down here underneath them. So this is going to just like give them a little bit of highlight. And it'll help them stand out a little bit. Alright, and then I'm going to do the same thing and kind of blend it out with my brush. Just Fly, what's up? Welcome back. Eating dinner and watching. Nice. this part you have to be careful of. You want to go real lightly or you'll just like mess it up. So I'm just trying to kind of like blur it a little bit, not blend it out all over the place. And I'm occasionally just wiping off the excess paint. So something like that. All right. So that's going to be our sky. As you can see, like this part's still pretty dark over here. So we're going to put a big mountain right there, which is going to be fun. So I'm going to clean up my knife here. I'm just going to go back in to that purple color. I'm actually going to switch knives. Alright, so I'm going to go back into that purpley color, and that's what I'm going to use to make the base of the mountain here. Or we could do like a sponsor painting night sometimes too, instead of games. Maybe, that's definitely an idea. My mom did oil painting a long time ago. That's so awesome. I really enjoy it, and I don't have a lot of time to do it. Which is why this is great, because now I can do it and I can still stream. I gotta tell you, I was nervous. Not only because it's been a while since I've streamed, but it's been a while since I painted. I think I haven't got a chance to paint since like Christmas because I was packing up for moving and all that. So this will be my first painting since, well, I think since I made those little paintings that I gave out to a bunch of you guys. So I still can't paint. I suck at it. Paint by numbers. Well, I mean, my paintings weren't that good when I first started, so it just takes practice. I can't paint to draw, save my life. Oh, no. Okay, so we're just going to put in a mountain right out here. So what I'm doing is I'm just like getting like a little roll of paint on the edge. I don't know if you can really see it that good. But it's the roll right there on the edge that's important. And I'm using that to like make the shape here. And we're just gonna go back. Somewhere back right there. Now all this down here, this doesn't matter, because that's all gonna get covered up. So this is just laying out the base shape of the mountain. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Alright. So then you just grab the brush and just pull this color down. You don't want this too thick, otherwise the paint that we put on top won't stick, and we need that. Alright, so like that. You can kind of see the mountain. When I get the snow on there, it'll show up a lot better, hopefully. Alright, I'm actually gonna use the paint thinner and clean the brush. Is this a $500 painting? I don't know. I've never sold a painting. I wouldn't even know what to ask for it, especially like doing one of Bob's paintings. I mean, I have done some, I don't know if I would call them originals, but like just some from pictures that I've looked at. So, I mean, I don't know if that counts as an original or whatever. But I mean, this is one of Bob's paintings, so I don't know if I would even feel right selling it, but no, I mean, this one is going to Matt anyway. But yeah, I don't know if I would feel right selling a painting that is like not exactly an original. Okay, so we're gonna do some snow on top, and so I'm gonna mix a little bit of phthalo blue with some white and make a nice light highlight color. And I'm just mixing this up on my palette here until I like the color. And it's a bit dark, so I just keep adding more white to it and stirring it up until I like it, which I think it's good now. So you want to do the same thing and just get like the little roll on the end here. Gosh, that light is like killer. I have never gone outside to paint before. I think I would be too embarrassed, like if people saw me. Looks like it's gonna be eerie. Oh, it wasn't on Bob's. Maybe I'm messing it up already. If I had money to offer you money for painting, oh, that's so sweet. Okay, let's get the snow on top here. So this is like a really, really light touch because you want this snow to break. Well, the paint to break and give you that, like, I don't know, where you can kind of see under it, because that's what helps give it the look that there's like things happening. Come down here. If you press too hard on this, it'll all kind of just like blend together and it won't look quite right. I want to go a bit lighter, so I'm just like getting more white on there. Go in and add some like extra white spots because I think it's too dark still. And then after we get done with the highlight, we'll go back and add some shadowy spots. And then it'll really start to like take shape and come together. I'm kind of jealous. All right, so what I'm gonna do for the shadow spots is I'm gonna take more of that purple color. I need to make some space on my palette. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of that purple color and I'm gonna add a little bit of white to it. So it's not as dark as the background, but it'll still be pretty dark. All right, a little more white to that. And some of that blue color is getting in there too, but that's fine. Because this is just shadow, so I mean, it doesn't matter too much. And this is just gonna be, well, the opposite side. I mean, the light is coming from this direction, so all the shadows is just gonna come down from here. I still feel like, I don't know, kind of weird making mountains. Mountains are a really hard thing to make using this technique. But I think they've been getting better. I can already see the mountain taking shape. Nice. All right. I'm gonna go a little bit back with the light color. So anytime like you do something that you don't like, I mean, it's pretty simple to fix. definitely still consider myself a beginner for sure. There's a lot to learn, and just a lot of like technique with this. But yeah, I mean, there's a mountain. So the next thing to do is like, in order to create the illusion of like distance, when you look at something far away, it's usually kind of like blurry, like at the bottom. Beautiful mountains are worth the effort, yeah. So we're gonna just tap it a little bit, and it's gonna make it look sort of like misty. And you want to tap it with like the angle that the mountain's going. So like this is going this way and this is going that way. So you want to do it like that. And then just kind of like fluff it up to get rid of those tap strokes. And then I'm just going to blend out everything else that I messed up down there. Hard to get a right balance. Alright, I'm going to double check my picture to see what comes next. I think it's little trees. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take a fan brush, and we're just going to stick with that dark color. Actually, I need to pour out some more alizarin crimson because I used it all. Alright, so I'm going to take some more of that, mix it in with some of the blue, get that purple color. It doesn't exactly matter the colors, which is something that I've learned while painting. It's like, I mean, if you just need a dark, just mix dark colors together. If you need greens, like any green will work, basically. You know, that's the fun part about creating art, is that you can do all kinds of things and it'll still look great. Okay, so, let's see, let me double check the painting. Yeah. Okay, we're just gonna be adding like trees back here. So basically I'm just gonna hold the fan brush kind of like, well, vertical. Yeah, vertical, and make little trees on there. I've always had a hard time deciding what to price a wood project. Needs to be at the price someone will pay, but needs to cover my time to make it. Exactly, and supplies, which is a big thing. Like, when I was first getting all of my paint supplies together, it was really, really expensive to get everything together. But like, I mean, some of it's lasted for a while. I've only had to replace a couple of colors, but canvases go every single time. I use a lot of paint thinner because I'm cleaning out my brushes and stuff. So I definitely can understand the struggle there. Who would be my favorite artist? Oh, I don't know. I don't think I know enough to be able to answer that intelligently. I do really like a certified Bob Ross instructor named Nick. He had a Twitch channel and he made some like amazing stuff on there, but he hasn't been active in a while. I don't know why. And like, I tried to contact him on Twitter, but I never heard anything back. Artist interpretation, yes, I like that. Alright, so let me get these trees in here. And so these are just supposed to be like evergreen trees, just like way in the distance. So they don't need like a lot of shape. I'm not even sure how well you guys can see that, but I can see it. It's just not coming up too much on the camera, I guess. I need a bit more color, so I'm gonna make some more here. Is it getting dark here? I'm gonna turn on my other lamp. Now that the sun's starting to go down, we're not getting a lot of natural light. a little worried about where this lamp is placed at. Because if it's just behind me, then it might make, like, my body might just be a big shadow that you see. Let's see how that looks. Looks better. Okay, I think it looks better. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to continue making our trees over here. So I'm just kind of just like tapping it to get these trees in. And they can be like, I mean, they don't have to be perfect because they're far away. And they're evergreens, and evergreens are like just big, like leafy messes. So, you know, this is fun. Which is one thing I love about painting, like, scenery, because unlike when you like draw people or something, I mean, if you draw a person's nose wrong or their eyes wrong, everybody can tell, and they're like, oh, that doesn't look right. But something like this, like, it doesn't matter, you know, nobody can tell you, like, oh, that tree doesn't go there. If I painted it there, it goes there. Have I ever been to the Art Institute of Chicago? I've never actually, like, been in Chicago besides the airport, so no. Or possibly another famous art place. I don't think so. I don't think I have. Okay, let's see what's next. I think it's grass time. Alright. So I'm going to take some sap green and some cadmium yellow. I'm going to mix this up here. And we're going to put some grass down underneath our trees. Alright, that needs to be lighter because you guys can't see that. There we go. I'm like holding onto it, which is getting paint all over my hand. But this easel is new. I used to just paint on a ladder. Like I had my ladder set up in the garage, and I had like some boards under it to level it. But like, it's just like a table easel, so I'm afraid that I'm gonna press too hard and it's just gonna go flying off, so I'm like hanging on to it. If you noticed and wondered, that's why. Alright, I'm gonna change up my yellow a little bit to add some variation. Get this grass in here. You know, and like I said before, like, the color doesn't really matter too much. You know, it's just grass. Art Institute is awesome. It's right by the lake. It's been ages since I've been there. I might have to check it out. I wonder how far it would take me to drive to Chicago. I don't know. At least 2 to 3 days. Okay, then I think the next thing is to add some land. Okay, so I'm going to take my knife after I clean it off. And basically I'm just going to take some Van Dyke Brown here. And we're going to throw in some, the sun is like right in my face. We're going to throw in some land right under this. Something that like the grass is sitting on. And then I'm going to, oh, I need more white. I used most of my white making that, the blue for the snow. So let's get some more white out. I guess we'll always have to wonder, Andy. Oh, did he ask me a question that I missed? Alright. So I'm going to take a little bit of white in with the brown to make it a little bit lighter. And then we're just going to kind of highlight that a little bit. So that actually looks like dirt. And then I'm going to go back with my grass color and kind of make it look like the grass is like sitting on top of it. Where's my liquid whites? Okay, I haven't opened this yet, so I need to shake it up. I'm going to use a bit of liquid white. Liquid white will thin out the paint. Aha, I think I need a screwdriver to open this. Be right back. Okay, so liquid white will kind of thin out the paint. So with this process, gosh, it's like the light is right here. Thinner paint will stick to heavy paint, which is how a lot of this works. So I'm going to use some of the liquid white to thin this out a little bit because I want the grass that I'm about to paint to stick on top of the land that I just painted. So that way it'll look like it's just like resting on there. And you could use like the fan brush for this or whatever. I mean, it doesn't really matter what brush you use. And then we're going to do a fun little trick. So to help kind of make these trees right here stand out a little bit, so we're going to do something that will give them the illusion of having a trunk. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the liquid white and mix it with the titanium white because I want to thin that out a little bit. Like a hair on here. Even though the painting's not finished yet, it's amazing. Oh, thank you. Okay, and so basically you just like put the brush down and kind of just like flick up, and then it'll sort of look like tree trunks. I like that little trick. All right. Come back up, picture. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is the fun part. It's pretty fun. I like this part. I've never painted this before, but I mean, I watched the video a few times. So we are gonna take, not that fan brush. We're gonna take the knife. I gotta clean it off because it's covered in green. And so I've got some phthalo blue here and some white kind of mixed up together. I'm just going to mix it up a little bit more because it's a bit darker than what I want. I want this to be kind of light. Looking so good. Thanks, guys. And basically just going to be like adding in water. So these lines that I'm doing, they need to go pretty much horizontal. Otherwise it won't look right. So I'm just going to add these in. And there's a lot of different ways to like to do water and stuff, which is, I mean, it's pretty awesome about this. Then I'm gonna just I want to separate this off, so that way it'll help it stand out a little bit more about where like the land is and where the water starts. Okay. Now I'm going to throw in a big tree back here. Basically just going to use some more of that, just like dark color. Doesn't really matter what it is, just some dark color. Alright, so that's going to come over here. So I like to start off with like a line, which is going to be more or less like representing the trunk. And then you just take the corner of the fan brush. That's all you're going to use to do this. Just go back and forth. That's how you make an evergreen tree. And it can't be a Bob Ross painting if it's just one. If you guys ever watch, he always says, everybody needs a friend, even a tree. So we're going to give this tree a friend here. There we go. The next step is you'll take a little bit of brown and white and kind of do, this is supposed to be for like the indication of a trunk. Your mom said I'm doing a great job. Yes, thank you, Renee's mom. As I'm like looking in here and I see that there's like some gaps that I don't like. So I'm just gonna try to like fill this up a little bit. I have a huge glare on me, so I don't get a good as view as what it looks like in here, even though it's a little far away, a little blurry. What I wanted to do is I wanted to set up like a 2-camera thing. So one where it's like this, and then another one where it zooms in on the canvas so you guys could see better. But I don't have another camera that I could figure it out. I have a little handheld camcorder, and I learned that like in order to use it, I will need to get like an HD grabber because I don't have a separate capture card for it. So let's just throw in a few other limbs. It doesn't matter. Could be like, you know, branches or whatever. And then we're gonna add a little bit of a highlight to this. So I'm gonna pick up some yellow, a little bit of that liquid white because I want it to be sticking to the paint that's underneath it. Make it a little bit darker. And you just do the same thing, like right over it. And that'll give it the highlight. Just go a light touch with this one though. Let's go a little bit lower. There you go. Alright. Of course we gotta highlight the other one. full of trees. My drink is like so far away. The oil painter should dry faster than the thermal. I really hope so. So those little canvases that I did, this is what Renee's referring to, they took like 4 weeks or more to dry. These tiny, like, I think they were like 2x2 little canvases that I painted. God, that sun's right in my face. They took forever to dry. I really hope that this dries faster. Especially since I'm going to be mailing it out. Like, it needs to be like super completely dry. I'm going to go back through these trees that I already painted before, and I'm going to add a little bit of highlight. Now, this isn't in Bob's video, but it's what I like to do to make some of these stand out a little bit. Just like a little bit here and there. Just so it's not like all just like completely super dark back here. I see brush hair on there. It's stuck. I can't get it off without messing things up. You should get a water backpack to drink from. Camelback. I actually have one from the military, but I don't know where it is. Somewhere in my army stuff. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add some like land right here. So let's go back to that grass color and add in some grass over here. It's a little dark for what I like. Let's lighten that up a little bit. Alright, I like that better. Just gonna kind of tap it here a little bit. To add a little bit of highlight on these. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back with the knife and do the same thing I did up here where I added like the land. This grass gotta have something to grow off of. Now, I've got to clean my brush off, so I don't know if that's loud. It sounds like it's kind of loud. I'm trying to do this quiet because it's right by the mic. So what I'm doing is I've got an old paint can from painting the house, and it's got inside of it what's called a little brush cleaner. It's like this like wire mesh thing with holes that you put your brush in there and scrape your brush on, and then of course the paint thinner. Looks balanced and nice. Mike, what's up? How you doing? Just when I'm gonna be more impressed if he does this. Bye, Wyzark. Have a great night. Guys, Wyzark is an awesome streamer. If you don't know her, you need to be following her. Can I get a shout out for Wyzark, please? Oh, and Becky is still here. I don't know if she is, but guys, you definitely should be following Becky B. Can I get a shout out for Becky too? Cool. All right. That paper towel is now just putting paint on my hands because there's so much paint on it. Shout out for all the people. Okay. Let's see. Pretty sure more water is next. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna just take some more white and blue. And this time I'm going to be using the fan brush. So the water's like just kind of like coming down here. And then there's like, let's say there's some rocks right here. And so that's just going to cause the water to come crashing, falling down. Just add a little bit more white. And it's picking up some of that purple color underneath. I really like that. Alright. And then all this stuff that just kind of splashes around down here. Alright, so now I think this was all just like a big rock over here. So we're gonna add that. I'm gonna use the only brush I have that's clean. I should change my name so people can recognize. I recognize your little cat icon. Of course, I could never forget that. This is just gonna come down. I think I need a highlight for that. I haven't done that yet. So this is just that same brown with some white mixed into it. Give it a little highlight. Pulling that down. I'm going to add some of that grass on it. Okay. I'm pretty sure, I think the water just goes off there. Yeah, so we're going to continue with this water. There we go. Just add like a couple of swooping ins. That's what I call them, swoopies. To mimic like the water going over rocks and stuff. Now on this side, we're gonna add some more of those trees in. Again, this is just a dark color, which is just anything. I'm mixing in like red and brown, blue, green, just anything to make like a dark color, because we're gonna add a couple more trees over to this side. Let's bring that right down. It's just gonna go right on top of that mountain. I don't think I've got enough paint on my brush. course we gotta do one right next to him. He's gotta have a buddy too, right? The famous cat pic, yes. And this one's gonna go right there. Let's do one more next to it so it doesn't look like, you know, 2 and 2. But this one's going to be a smaller one. He's going to be a little crooked. Because, like Bob would say, trees grow in all shapes and sizes, and they don't always necessarily grow straight. Alright. We're going to do the same thing we did before and add, like, tree trunks to them. Sort of just little indications here. You always want to do this before your highlight, because the dark color is like the back of the tree and the light color is the front of the tree. You don't want to go everywhere, just kind of touch here and there. Some of it's going to show, some of it's not going to show. You don't want it to all show. Okay. Now then I'm going to go into the liquid white because I want this to be thinner. I'm just grabbing like different yellows I have down here. I can go over all the colors that I have. I don't think I've talked about that. I'm not getting the color yellow that I want, so I just keep playing with it. This will probably be good enough. Alright, and then we're just going to do the highlight. So the first layer of leaves, you really like press down pretty hard because you want that really into the canvas. And then the highlights just go on really lightly because this is just going to be sticking to the paint that's already on there, not going deep into the canvas itself. I'm going to change up that color a little bit. It's all too similar. I'm just going to kind of just like tap that in down there. Okay, now we're going to add some more brown to it. Pyramid Head, what's up? How are you guys doing? I hope everybody's doing great. It's too blue. Too much blue on my knife. Alright, there we go. Actually, that's too light. It's gotta be a bit darker. So we're gonna do the same thing. Just get some dark color down here, this is mostly Van Dyke Brown. This is just going to be like some rocks and stuff over here. Just gonna kind of fill all that in. And then I'm gonna get that same brush I've been using to paint all the grass. I'm gonna bring that back up. Be right back, gotta check on laundry. All right, well, we will be here. So I'm just gonna kind of tap in some grass on these rocks that we just put in. Just adding a bit more liquid white so that it'll stick. So I don't think it's sticking good enough. Okay. Just kind of tap this in. Just go all the way down here. It's like shaking the table and the table's like hitting the wall. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's what that sound is. Alright, I'm out of the yellow color I want to use, so I'm going to get some more yellow here. Supporter! Alright, so we must have got another tip. Alright, we're going to go over all of these after the painting's over, because I can't hear the notifications, and I'm not always looking at the screen when it pops up. But thank you so much for that. Don't forget to stick around, because after we're done with the painting, I'm going to sit down and we're going to go over everybody that tipped, and you guys are all going to get your names on there. I'm calling this one Ducky River. Nice. Okay. Got a bit more yellow here. I'm adding some more liquid white, because I want some of this to stick on top and show up better. Okay. Now I think Bob has, Bob has a big old tree over here. So we're gonna do a big old tree. This is what he refers to as your bravery test, because this tree is gonna go right down through everything. Alright, it's gonna come down here. Let's give it a little, he calls them foots, so we're gonna give it a little foots. You gotta be brave to do something like that, right down the center. Well, not the center, but just right through a bunch of stuff we already painted. Okay, so to highlight this tree, we're gonna take some brown and, well, some white. And I'm out of white, so let me get some more white out. One thing that I just realized was probably like how quiet it is when I'm not talking. I should have had some music going. I'll have to remember that for next time. I'll have to get like a playlist going and have it playing in the background for you guys, so when I'm like getting stuff ready, you're not just sitting there in silence. And so for this, we're just gonna tap a little bit. My paint's not coming off. Alright. Just making sure that it's near the edge so that it'll actually come off when I tap. It's kind of working. Let's get some more. It's coming off blue, but that's okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It could be like some of the stream reflecting off of it. I'm running out of space on my palette, so some of the colors are sort of mixing in together. Let's go down here. Gotta get its foots done. I think it's so funny when he calls them foots. Okay. Then I'm gonna take some of that dark color and add a little bit of white to it. because you have to do a back reflection. Give it some backlighting. Just a little bit on the other side of the trunk. Okay. And then we're gonna go back in with the grass and sort of just cover up this down here so it looks like it's sitting in there the way that it should be. Alright, I'm just taking a look at everything, seeing how I like it, seeing if there's any changes I want to make. I think we need some highlight here. So I'm going to add that in. I think that looks better. And I'm not liking how this rock came out. Doesn't look like the way Bob did it. So I'm going to change it up a little bit and add some more grass. Let's get some more of that liquid white. Some color variation. Then I'm going to go back the knife with a dark color. Just give it some land here. And then a little bit of a highlight. A little bit more grass to make it look like it's sitting right on top of that. Okay. And since that's there, we need a watermark. It's amazing, Decky. Thank you. Did we get some fish jumping out of the water? I don't know how to paint fish. I'm going to add some to this side too. All right. I don't know about you guys, but I think we have a finished painting. So, Matt, what do you think? Is it up to your expectations? I mean, it's for you, so I want to make sure you like it. Awesome. Matt says, I love it. Cool. All right, so final thing to do when you're done with the painting is to sign it. So let's do that. I'm going to take some paint thinner here and thin down some paint. And I'm just going to thin down a blue and just use blue to sign my name. Don't misspell my whole name, yeah. Okay, we're just gonna go right here. Alright, I gotta make this sharper so it'll work. It is hard to sign your name with paint. It's like a bug right here. There we go. All signed and ready. As soon as it dries, I'll be able to mail it out. All right, I'm going to bring the camera in a little bit and let you guys really see this. This is hard. There we go. Kind of. Nope. This way. There it is. There's like a little bit of a delay. But yeah, there we go. Cool. Cool. I'm excited. I think that was a successful first time stream paint. I hope that you guys like this because I definitely want to do more of them. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I mean, this is just a Bob Ross video. So if you guys, I mean, that's how I learned how to do this, was just watching his videos and painting along. I got his stuff and I would just put it on like my computer or whatever, and I would watch it and I'd pause it and did what he says. And I just did it for a while. My first few paintings I wasn't really happy with, and then eventually they came out nicer and nicer, and I still have some learning to do, but I think I learn a little bit more with every painting I do, and it's been a while since I painted, so I think it's come out pretty good. Perfect for a Sunday afternoon, yes. All right, so Map's here. What's going on, Map? How are you? I know, welcome back, thank you. I'm excited. I'm happy to be back, and I'm happy to be doing something different. Yes, and for the shout out. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna flip everything over, and we're gonna go through everybody that tipped tonight, because I definitely don't want you guys to think that like you're being neglected, because I appreciate that so much. So I'm gonna switch the camera around and get it all. Okay, so that was a little bit more challenging than I was expecting. I had to flip the lights and my microphone and all that stuff. So, but we are back. And guys, we're going to be hanging out in the duck pond. I showed some of you this before, but now we've got it. I don't like where this monitor is facing. Okay. My new house looks so colorful. Yes. I'm pretty excited. I hope you guys like it. So this is where we're going to be like just hanging out when we do hanging out stuff. We need some bunnies and duckies in the background. Yes, I do. I've got Dylan here. He was sleeping on my chair that whole time. All right, so let me bring up Streamlabs real quick. Logging in here. Okay, so starting us off, Matt says, I'm so happy you're back. I missed your stream so much. So thank you, Matt. I'm gonna get you right here. Our first little ducky. It's kind of green screen out there a little bit. Matt, you are on our first little ducky. Like I said, I'm still working on the background. As soon as I get the background up and ready, I'm gonna stick all these guys on it. Okay, so then, Katara, hello ducky, sorry I'm late. Sokka, Ingrid, and Elephant Mandrill and got stuck in the Armadillo lion hole while you were running away. I hear this is your return streaming. I'm happy for you. By the way, nice painting. Can't wait to see it finished. Thank you so much, Qatar. All right, let's get you on a little ducky. So that, and those are characters from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay, and there you go. You're on a ducky. And I went and I bought like different paper so that it'd be like, I don't know, cute, I guess. Okay, oh, and then Ahsoka tipped right after, so thank you so much. It totally wasn't my fault. I was just trying to get some boomerang that Toph earthbended away. That Mandrill was totally wrong, area geologically speaking. Thank you so much, and I just see that these are both $20 tips, so that is very generous, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. You are on a little ducky. You can't tell. It's like pink striped. There you go. Kind of see it. I think it's my lights. I think my lights are blurring it out. J-Stamp, what's up? That's a pretty cool background. Thank you. I stole it and I copied it, basically. So there was something very similar to this, but it had like a watermark over it. So I just recreated it in Photoshop myself because I wanted it. That's my secret. Please don't tell them what I did. And then Aang too. The Avatar himself. Aang says, Toph bended Sokka into a pile of mud. It was hilarious. It's wonderful painting, Ducky. It's almost as beautiful as you. Oh, that is so sweet. I mean, you know, it's a friendly way of... Okay, blushes nervously. Katara stares angrily. Welcome back. I wonder who this is. Somebody knows that I like Avatar. You are on a little ducky. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. This was a lot of fun. Mep hosted, Renee hosted, Kapal hosted, Wiseark hosted. Thank you guys, everybody. I appreciate it. I don't think we have anybody else to shout out. I hope I got everybody. I'm sorry if I didn't. Please let me know. I'm going to hang on to all these little duckies. And then as soon as I get the background up, we're going to stick them on there. I also have some clovers, of course, because, you know, Lucky Ducky. And so eventually I'm going to apply again for a... why don't I have music playing? I'm going to apply again to get Mixer Partner. It's a little loud. Okay. Hopefully hopefully that's a good balance between my voice and the music. So Mixer actually changed their requirements for being a partner, and I think it'll be a bit easier. It used to be you had to have like 50 concurrent viewers, and I don't think there's any amount of concurrent viewers anymore. You just have to have like, well, like the same stuff, like good quality, and then be regular and stuff. And so since I just took this big break because of moving and stuff, I'm gonna wait a little while, probably a couple months, get regular again, and then apply again. Hashtag, hey, thank you, and you're right. It's pretty hilarious. That tree up front set it off real nice. Thank you. Like I said, I can't take credit of the painting. It is a Bob Ross painting. It is from season 6, episode 7. I watched it. I watched the video like 2 or 3 times before starting, and then I took like a picture of it at the end so I could kind of like stay on track. Obviously, it's not a perfect copy. I definitely still consider myself a beginner, but I really enjoy it. So, how much for that painting? Oh, well, it's Matt's. It's going to Matt, so it's not for sale, this one. I'm also glad I got to see you. Been waiting all day, but got stuck on the road. Hope you have a good night, and hope to see you again soon. Yeah, I did have a good night. This is a lot of fun. I miss this so much. I hope you guys know that. And I miss you guys all so much when I can't be here and when I can't stream regularly. Like this, I don't know, it just makes me happy interacting with you, and I don't know, it was really fun getting to do something different, doing a paint stream. I'm not sure I can remember the last time I did a stream that wasn't just playing a game. I don't know if I ever have done one that wasn't just playing a game, now that I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure. I think I thought about doing it for Christmas when I was making those like Harry Potter potions, but I chickened out. I did do a IRL stream once, and then I just got too stressed to keep that up anymore. So my support on Patreon, thank you so much, Jonathan. I appreciate that, and I think I only lost a couple of people, which surprised me, and I really appreciate it. And some people came back, like King came back even with a bigger pledge than when he left. I saw that, King. I think I forgot to say thank you in Discord, but thank you so much. I did see that, and I appreciate it. You'll never find me. IRL stream was fun. Yeah, it was. It was pretty fun. And then things just got crazy. That was during the part when I was selling my house, and people were coming to see it. So I had to like get all my animals out of the house and like, go over to my parents. And so I just did a stream up there in their guest room. But then it just got so stressful, and I just didn't want to be on camera that stressed out. I just didn't think I would be able to create anything good, so I couldn't keep it up. It was a relaxing stream. Nice. Well, I'm glad you guys liked it. It was fun. I definitely want to do it more often, which is a good thing I found all those canvases for a good price. It'll get me more practice and just be something different. I think something different on Mixer, which hopefully, will help the channel and bring in new people. I'm really excited, and I think it might also help me stand out more when I apply for a partner again. I enjoyed the painting stream. Great. Moving is insane. If I ever have to do it again, I'm burning myself and getting these. That's what I say. I'm not going to move again until I'm so old I don't need anything. And then I'll just get an RV and live out of an RV. And that'll be it. Why does it record or play in a loop? It wants me to install VLC. I don't know why. Just play my music. The music stopped playing. Apparently I need to install a VLC player to play my music. I don't know why. No matter where you go and how long you're gone, I'll be here, and I'm sure many others feel the same. Seriously, I'm gonna go watch what I missed. Hotel Wi-Fi sucks. Compared to okay, so apparently my song is playing through VLC player for some reason. I don't know how to make it play on repeat, because normally it doesn't play through this. Alright, but yeah, I mean, I think this is a good place to stop for tonight. I really thought that this was gonna go longer. When I paint on my own, it takes me like a few hours, so I don't think this went that long. I think it was like less than 2 hours. But so maybe I should talk about my new job. I don't think I've talked about that yet. So moving out to where I am now. I'm still in Ohio. but I'm in a different area. But I had to get a new job, and I really like it. Like, I'm not just sitting there all day bored. Like, I'm actually like working and doing stuff, and I really, really like this new job. I'm very thankful that I was able to get it, and I'm very thankful that my brother already worked there, so he could get me in. It's been really nice working with him, and I like that. Like, there's more people there my age. Where I used to work at, it was a much like older bunch of people that worked there, and I never quite felt like I had any peers, and I never really made any friends at work because of that. But now, like, the friends that he has, like, they've all taken me into their group, so I'm friends with them, and it's been really great. How am I enjoying my job? Oh, I really like it. So I work for a company that places traveling nurses in different hospitals, and so I work in payroll. So I get their timesheets, and I enter them into, like, our database, so that they can get paid every week. So, and I mean, it sounds kind of simple, and it mostly is, but there are things that you have to worry about, like, because California pays differently because they've got different, like, overtime hours and stuff. So you just have to remember things like that, and then you can't, like, enter anything wrong because you don't want to short anybody, or you don't want to pay them too much. And then I just sit there and I just wait for their time cards, and then I type them in. But I really like it. I don't have to worry about, like, taking phone calls like I used to, which didn't happen a lot, but, like, I would have to call insurances and find out why they weren't paying, you know. I think I've talked about that before, but I used to just do, like, appeal processes for medical insurance with the company that I worked for. So whenever somebody got, like, a surgery or whatever, and their insurance wouldn't pay for it, I'd have to call the insurance company, find out why aren't you paying this, and then appeal it. But I don't have to do that. I don't have to do phone calls anymore, which I love. I love not having to talk to people, which is funny because I like doing this, but yeah, you guys are nice. Everything is working out. I believe it will get better from here too. By the way, when the housewarming party, or did I miss that? I don't know. I'm embarrassed because my hardwood floors under the carpet that I ripped out is gross. So I haven't had anybody over. I need to get that fixed. It would be nice to have a few more people my age at work, or maybe another guy. I work with a lot of ladies. Yeah. I moved last year, literally a few weeks after my wife had our third child. It was exciting yet stressful. Yeah, well, that's two big things. I couldn't even imagine that. I just had to move, and that was, like, too much for me. Not having to deal with people is a huge plus. It is. Yeah. I mean, I still have to, like, make emails and stuff, like, find out where people's time sheets are if they haven't gotten any, or if there's, like, something wrong with it, like they don't tell you if they're working AM to PM, then, like, I need to know that. Otherwise it just looks like if they say they work from 3 to 4, like, well, that's like an hour. I mean, is that 3 AM to 4 PM? Like, I need to know, but they don't always tell you. But yeah, it's not too stressful, but it keeps me busy, like, pretty much all day except for Friday, because we pay out on Thursday. So, like, Friday there's not really a lot to do because we already did everything. But, you know, it's kind of nice having that, like, rest day, sort of. But, yeah, I really like it. And I like my house, and I like my neighborhood, and it's really cool. I'm excited. Like, I feel like things are just coming together, you know? Like, I'm an adult, and my life is coming together. Make the best toast. What? So, streaming housewarming. Oh, okay. I make the best toast. That's what it was. I'll bring shepherd's pie. Thank you, guys. Becky says I'm happy for you. I really appreciate it. I'm pretty happy. And I'm happy to be back. It took me forever to get my studio back because things were just... Apparently, I'm a really bad packer, and I don't label things, and I put things in boxes apart from each other that don't make sense. My controllers are in one box, and, like, my charger is in some other box that I can't find. Why would I pack the controller with the charger? I don't know, but now I can't find my charger. So stuff like this kept messing me up. Like, one of my monitors, I don't know where the power cord is for it. Why wouldn't I pack the power cord with the monitor? I don't know. I'm bad at this, apparently, but I never have to do this again, so... Oh, bring pizza and chicken Alfredo. All right. Well, I understand, King. Like you said, hotel Wi-Fi is never really that great. But yeah, so, I mean, that's what's been going on with me. But so, I do work different hours, which is why I started talking about my job. So before, I used to get home, like, around 4 and start streaming at 5. But now I don't get home until 5, so I'll probably be streaming at 6. I'm not going to be able to go back to streaming, like... 5 days a week yet because I do still have stuff I have to work on in the house. So I'm gonna try to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then either Saturday or Sundays, I think. I'm gonna try to keep that up as best I can, and then I'm gonna take like the extra time to, you know, do stuff on the house that I still need to do. So yes, I will be back tomorrow, and this is all gonna be at 6. I'm just gonna do a flat 6 o'clock. So it's later than it used to be, which I know kind of overlaps some other streamers. But I mean, that's when I get off work, so I don't really have a choice there. So yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't know what we're gonna be doing. Probably playing a game. I heard Wednesday I'll be there. And yeah, of course, like Twitter and Discord, you know, I'll post when I go live, just like I always do, so you guys don't miss it. But yeah, so that's the plan. Not my recipe, stole it from Food Network. Well, hey, they got a lot of great stuff on there. I always feel like an adult when I set up appointments for stuff like the doctor or ask a question on my insurance. I know, right? I feel like the first time I felt like an adult was when I bought a vacuum. It's like, wow, like I'm actually buying a vacuum. The little things, right? Good to see you, Jack. You've been missed. Thank you, guys. And I miss you all so much. I really, really did. I mean, you can't see, like I'm glowing doing this. Like, I love this. I love being here with you guys. I like, you know, I like being back so much. Stinks for the other streamers, yeah. Vacuum purchase mattresses, yes. Washer and dryer, man. All the boring stuff when you have to spend a lot of money on boring stuff. My gosh, that's the worst. All right. So this is going to be a good place to end it, I think. Thank you guys so much for hanging out in the duck pond. Yes. I really had fun doing this painting stream. I was a little bit nervous. You guys probably picked that up, but that's okay. And I'm going to be trying to do them more, like maybe like every other weekend for a while. And after I get several paintings done, I think I might create like a shop. So if you guys ever want to buy them or something, like, you know, after I have like maybe like 5 done or something, I'll get them up online. So if you're interested in buying them, you'll be able to. And then of course I'm gonna change my Patreon pledge so that for the $50 it no longer says poster, it'll say painting, and it'll be an on-screen painting like this, like I did for Matt. So that's what we'll do. Not that I ever expect anybody to pledge that high, which is still ridiculous, Matt, that you did that. I left you a message on Discord. Okay, I will check that out afterwards. Well, we actually have like enough people for a raid, so let me find somebody for us to raid. I wonder if I even know anybody that's on right now. The bad thing about all of this is that, like, not only have I not like had time to like stream and stuff, I haven't had time to watch other people. So I feel like I've just been completely MIA from everything for like over a month. Okay, but Corky is streaming, so we're gonna raid her, which is gonna be awesome because she's actually coming up to Ohio, I think, next weekend, and we're trying to work out a time where we can hang out, which will be great. Hashtag duckling invasion, yes. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hashtag duckling invasion. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end my stream and then I'm gonna host Quirky Dancer. And as soon as we host, get in there and hit it with the hashtag duckling invasion. So if you guys do not know her, she's a really great person, awesome streamer. So I think she's doing crafts, so it's kind of along the same lines here. Ignore that. Okay, I do have a raid command. I don't remember what it is. Okay, yeah, so it's just raid without the ER. You're very close, Renee. I'm glad that you remembered it because I forgot all about that. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. You guys, you're the best. I really hope you enjoyed this. All right, good night, guys. Bye bye.